Hi, I'm Jerry Opossum. Right here is the Firelite MS-2 two-zone conventional fire alarm panel. In it, you can see it is wired here in my room. Um, we have all of our wiring. We only have one NAC, which is our notification appliance, our one zone, which is connected to our Firelite BG12, which is right there. And our second zone is a system sensor photoelectric detector. In here, we only have two zones, which should be used with a small commercial building, a very small commercial building. We do not have any sort of alarm dialer in this alarm panel since it is non-addressable. It won't be able to, we're starting this. Hi, I'm Jerry Opossum. Here's a two-zone conventional fire alarm panel made by Firelite. With it is a conventional BG12 fire alarm pull station, which is the model. Above me is a system sensor low frequency sounder, and above me is a system sensor photoelectric detector. Now, what makes this panel cool is the fact that it's a small compact panel made for small commercial buildings. In here we have, of course, two zones. One zone connected to the Firelite BG12 and another zone connected to the photoelectric detector. We only have one notification appliance, which is the system sensor low frequency sounder right here. In it, this panel is limited in features. It's of course a conventional fire alarm panel. The difference between an addressable panel and a conventional panel makes it to where this will only sound a general alarm and not a specific alarm. It won't show you what alarm or what has been detected initially, whereas an addressable fire alarm panel will tell you the nature of the alarm and specific pinpoint of that alarm. Here, it's mostly just if the alarm detects something, it will go off. Right here, we have our acknowledge button, our alarm silence, system reset, and walk test features. We also have our zone enable feature and disable feature, which you can enable or disable the zones 1 or 2. In here we have our high voltage connection, which is our 120 volt AC output. You should not touch that. It is alternating current. That's a no bueno. To set up the alarm, you can either activate it by pulling the Firelite BG12 or sounding the system sensor smoke detector. In here, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate what an alarm sounds like. An up close look of the fire alarm panel, and here's the BG12 conventional alarm panel. How these work is it has a simple switch right here which works as a light switch, but once activated you can only reset it with the panel and with the key. This will usually stay locked, but I have this unlocked for ease of resetting. Above here is the low frequency sounder. It is very loud and it will actually kind of rumble the wall behind it. But these are generally used in hotels or areas of sleeping quarters. For residents that may be hard of hearing, or if you're sleeping, this will immediately wake you up. Following the conduit, we have the photoelectric smoke detector. It is an older model, but it still gets the job done. We also have a testing hole right there, which you can insert a small stick or flathead screwdriver that's very tiny to go ahead and activate it. For testing purposes, of course. I'll now go ahead and pull the alarm and demonstrate how loud the system is. A neat thing about this panel as well is that it does offer audible silence. So if you don't want the annoying alarm to keep going off, you just press silence and it will allow the strobe to go off, indicating that there is an alarm condition in the building. The strobe will stay on until you reset the panel. First off, reset the pull station. If not, if it's a smoke detector, make sure the chamber is clear of smoke and the area is clear of smoke, and then you can go ahead and reset the panel and it will reset the entire system. the reason why I have a system trouble and power trouble is because I do not have a battery backup connected to this unit. Obviously, you will see two, I believe 12-volt batteries right here, or 9-volt, I could be wrong, not too sure. No, I'm not too sure about this, but usually you will have battery backup in case of an emergency where the power were to go out. The panel is still functional now. It's only running off of the outlet right here, but it still works. It's a nice, neat little panel. I enjoy it. But to reset the system, make sure the pull station is reset. Then you go ahead and just press the reset button, and everything should go out to normal. Now, because I don't have any batteries, it's going to show this trouble, which is annoying, but all you have to do is acknowledge it, and then it goes away. At least the annoying beep, the LEDs will stay on. And there's Gerald right there. That's basically it of our small overview of the Firelite MS-2 conventional panel. Just something I wanted to try out and maybe show you guys what I have to offer. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and let me know in the comments, or simply just DM me if you know me personally. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching, and happy Fire Prevention Week.